Morning. My name is Tamara Watkins. I'm the Director of Strategic Enrollment Management here at Mitchell Community College, and we are going to try something new to give you little snippets about everything that Mitchell offers. And so this first overview will be general information about Mitchell Community College and what we offer. And then in the following presentations, you will get little snippets of all of the programs and opportunities that are available here at Mitchell Community College. So let's start off with a little history. First of all, did you know that Mitchell was actually originated in 1852 as a Presbyterian college for women? So if you've heard of Davidson College down in Davidson, Mitchell was the sister school to Davidson, whereas Davidson was the college for men, then Mitchell was the college for women. And it was later in 1932 that we began to welcome men to our campus. And then later in 1973, we joined the North Carolina Community College system as the 57th community college in the state. We have campuses located here in downtown Statesville and downtown Mooresville, and we also have our North Center as well. So what can you study at Mitchell? So under the Mitchell umbrella, there are kind of two different sides. The first is continuing education. These classes are short-term, they are work-based, and they can also be for personal enrichment. On the other side, we have curriculum education, which is for college credit, and you would earn a certificate, diploma, or a degree, and you can transfer these credits to a four-year school as well. So let's dive a little bit deeper into our continuing education programs and what those consist of. So just to give you a high-level overview, some of our continuing education programs include certified production technician, computer classes like how to use the Adobe suite, how to use Excel, things like that, HVAC, electrical welding, certified nursing assistant, phlebotomy, notary, paralegal, real estate, and several public safety programs like emergency telecommunicator, BLET, which is if you want to become a cop, EMS, and fire training. So again, these continuing education programs are more workforce training based. They are also short-term programs, so they could last as long as a day, like the notary program, or they could last up to 6 months or shorter. Okay, moving on to our curriculum programs, and these are for college credit. So when you're thinking about if you want to go to college and get a college degree, you kind of need to think about what you want to do in the end. Do you want to complete your education in a year or two and then go to work in that field, or do you want to continue your education at a university after you do 2 years with us here at Mitchell? So if you've decided that you want to do 2 years at Mitchell and then go to work in that field, some of our curriculum career programs include business, agricultural, natural science technologies. So programs that fall under that would be agribusiness technology, agriculture science, sustainable farming, turf and landscape management. We have business technologies, accounting and finance, business administration, healthcare management technology, computer and digital media technologies. We have information technology, and we also have a brand new advertising and graphic design program. We have several health science programs, nursing, human services, and medical assisting. And then our engineering and construction trades, so air conditioning, heating and air, computer integrated machining, electrical systems, electronics engineering technology, mechanical engineering technology, mechatronics, and welding. Our public safety technology programs include criminal justice, emergency medical science, and fire protection. And then rounding them out are public service technologies, which include cosmetology, culinary arts, and early childhood education. Now, on the other side of our curriculum programs, if you are interested in transferring to a four-year school, so if you want to do 2 years at Mitchell for your general education and then transfer to a four-year college or university, your options would include associate in arts, associate in engineering, associate in science, associate in fine arts, visual arts, or associate in fine arts in music. So you kind of have to work backwards. If you're interested in transferring, you kind of need to know what you want to study at the four-year level and then plan your curriculum here at the community college based off of where you want to go. All right, let's talk a little bit fairly briefly about the admissions process. So in order to attend Mitchell Community College, you would need to complete an online admissions application. This application has two parts. The first would be a residency determination, and that is to make sure that you are a North Carolina resident for tuition purposes. So you'll go through the residency determination, and then you'll fill out the admissions application. And the admissions application just tells us like your basic directory information, your name, address, what program you're interested in, what high school you went to, things like that. You would also need to send us official high school transcripts and or college transcripts if you have attended college before. And then you would need to apply for financial aid. So 4 pretty easy steps, pretty quick steps to get you admitted into Mitchell. Let's talk briefly about the community college cost and how much attending a community college can save you. If you will look at that first line, the cost for 1 year at Mitchell is about $2,400. And the cost for 2 years at Mitchell, so for a full 2-year degree, comes in just under $5,000. So this information is most important for those who are interested in transferring. This is a good cost comparison for if you were to do 2 years at Mitchell and then transfer to a 4-year school versus just going straight to that 4-year school. So I pulled 2 popular in-state schools as an example. So for Appalachian State and UNC, you're looking at, for that same 2 years, about $40,000 or $48,000. So you can do the mental math there and see that by spending 2 years at Mitchell or any community college in North Carolina, doing those first 2 years there will save you at least $35,000. Okay. To apply for financial aid, you will need to complete your FAFSA, and that is fafsa.gov. And I just wanted to give you a screenshot of what that homepage looks like when you go there. And so in order to qualify for all different types of financial aid, you have to fill out that FAFSA. So different types of financial aid that Mitchell offers, we have Pell Grants and state grants. That is free money that is given to you that is not expected to be paid back. You don't have to pay it back at all. We also have our federal work study program, so you can work on campus as a student and receive payment for that. We also offer childcare assistance and many, many scholarships. There are standards that we have to remain eligible for aid. You have to maintain a certain level of your GPA. You have to complete so many classes each semester. We don't want you failing and falling behind. So we do have federal standards that keep you eligible for aid. Okay. That wraps up my end of a general overview of admissions information. I'm going to turn it over to Hannah Tuthill to talk about Apprenticeship Iredell.
Thank you, Tamara, for introducing me to this program. I'm super excited to share a little bit about Apprenticeship Iredell, what is Apprenticeship Iredell, and what does it mean. I'm excited to be the first one to do this, so let's get started. So what is an apprenticeship program and what is Apprenticeship Iredell? Apprenticeship Iredell is a partnership between local industries and Mitchell Community College with a common goal of ensuring the demand is met for highly skilled workers in Iredell County. What does that mean? That means that we are working with our industry partners within Iredell County, some a little bit outside of Iredell County, to provide jobs and help you be trained for those positions to be successful. Apprenticeship programs have 3 components that make them successful. So I've kind of already mentioned some of them, but we're going to go more in depth of those 3 components just so you can have a full overview of the program and be able to understand what it means to be an apprentice and be a part of Apprenticeship Iredell. So the first component is structured on the job training. That is where you work close to full-time with one of our partner companies. I will show you the slides of who our partner companies are later on in this presentation. But during that time, you are working close to full-time, gaining that experience, gaining that knowledge to be successful. During that time, you also have a mentor whose job is to help make sure you are being successful on the job, to ask questions to, just understand what you're doing. Going into a new role, it can be overwhelming. And so understanding and having somebody who's in your corner to ask questions to is a huge support system. Then the third thing about the structured on the job training is you have a checklist of things that you are required to master before you complete the complete the program. And this is going to help guide you be successful in that role of being an apprentice. The second one is related instruction. So you, as most of you know, you have to have some type of educational training for some of these positions. So the example I like to give is you can't decide one day you're going to be a nurse and just be a nurse. You have to take our nursing classes and pass those classes in order to have that certification of being a nurse. So as you're working close to full-time at one of our partner companies, you're also going to school part-time. So during that time, depending on your program, you're typically taking 2 classes a semester. That semester and sequence is laid out for you to make your life a little bit easier and just helping you get through the process of the education piece. The third component is rewards for skills gained. This is where people typically get excited because as you progress through the program successfully, the more money you're going to make because you are guaranteed a wage increase as you progress through the program successfully. This is the minimum that the company is required to pay you, and they can pay you more if they choose to, and you're doing fantastic. So it's a motivation tool for you guys to work hard and be successful in all areas. These are a few of our industry partners. So this list is always growing, always changing. So make sure you go to our website on Mitchell's website, which is mitchellcc.edu, and then click programs and degrees, and then click apprenticeship Iredell. You'll be able to see all of our information of our current partners. I try to keep that information updated since we are adding new partners all the time. Just to give you an idea of who our current partners are, we have Animal Hospital of Statesville, we have Vernon and Federley, Doosan, Piedmont Healthcare, JMS Southeast, Hospice, Harbor Point, Iredell County, Helping Us Simply Caring, Sunoco, Recycling, and Metro Electric. So you can see that we have a wide variety of who all our partners are. We are, again, adding more partners every week, it seems like, which is super exciting. So you can see these different opportunities, but currently those opportunities mainly include these different occupations. So you can see we have tons of different occupations. There are 17 occupations on this screen. So you can see the different areas that you can do. So some of those include veterinarian / lab animal tech, and then welding, mechanical drafter, mechatronics, nursing, CNA, CNC operator, medical assistant, production technologist, front desk coordinator, business services representative, phlebotomist, residential wireman, a truck driver, EMT, paramedic, and telecommunicator. And we are adding, just like we're adding new partners, we're adding new occupations. And so there's always new occupations and new opportunities to being an apprentice. During this time, you're gaining the skills and education needed to be successful within that apprenticeship program to help you be successful. So we call apprenticeships a win, 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 win. So there's 4 different wins that are super exciting because everyone who's a part of an apprenticeship program wins something out of it. So we're going to start with the apprentices because you can't have an apprenticeship program without apprentices. So apprentices get to earn while they learn. So the more knowledge and understanding they understand and learn, the more money they can make, which we all like to make more money. They're also training under that qualified mentor. So they're trained from somebody who knows what they're doing and knows how to answer these questions and help them be successful. They also get to learn on the job with current technology and equipment. So this is one of the bigger things the apprentices get to do. Without learning with that current technology and equipment, you may not be successful in that role. So being able to have that current technology is a big piece of it. And then the biggest benefit our current apprentices say is that support from start to finish. So the apprentices get support on the employment side. So they have that mentor, other people at that employment side. There's a team of people typically to help them be successful there. On the Mitchell side, they get me, who is there to help them make sure you guys are doing well in your schooling, in your classes. If you have questions, you can come ask me. Also, Mitchell leadership knows who you are. Our professors know who you are. And you have this huge network of people who want you to be successful, which is a great way to start off having that huge support system because college and working and all that together is hard. So having a huge support system is one of the bigger benefits to the apprentices. So the businesses also get benefits as well. So they get to expand in the education and training options for their current and new employees. They also get increased employee retention and trained and educated workforce and transfer knowledge, skills, and expertise. So this is great for those companies who have an aging workforce and want to transfer that knowledge into the next generation of apprentices, or next generation of leaders, as I like to call them. The community colleges also win because we get to create better industry partners with our industry partners. We get to learn what we should be teaching our students so that they are going to be successful in those areas. We get increased enrollment in those classes. So we also make sure those classes can make and be able to teach those students exactly what they need to be successful in the workforce. We also get increased program graduations, and we like graduations because that means you guys are being successful in your areas moving forward. And the fourth way everyone wins is in North Carolina. So it aligns with key workforce system initiatives. It's an economic contribution, employed apprentices raise families and purchase goods and services and homes. So altogether, all of these people work together to create and live in North Carolina. So we want to make it the best it can be. So it's super exciting that all of them work together to build that relationship to help you be successful. So we do have a video. Can I show the video? Okay. So we have the video from one of our current apprentices. So these are our Doosan apprentices. And so we're going to watch this video.
Seeing what I see here and not knowing what parts are for what purpose, and then going into class and realizing that this is because of this, being able to put two and two together from the classwork into work here at Doosan. My name is Jaron Wenzel. I am a manufacturer's apprentice here at Doosan, and I am in the mechatronics engineering program at Mitchell Community College. What brought me to Mitchell was I did not know what I wanted to do, and I know that a lot of people feel pressured to go into a four-year school when they really don't know what they want to do, whereas you can get a lot of the prerequisites over at Mitchell. So I started at Mitchell, and then I kind of took a gap year where I worked, and I got this job offer from Doosan where I saw the opportunity and immediately knew that it was something that I wanted to get into. Mitchell has been a wonderful school. My newest teacher currently, Mr. Lee Troutman, who has been very helpful and making sure that we get what we need and understand the material in our classes. When I came back to Mitchell, I was pretty nervous at first because my first semester there, I had a very rough start. Just a lot of personal stuff was going on, and I was nervous that I wouldn't do so well even when I came back. And I met Amanda Ray over at Mitchell. She believed in me, and I let her know that I wanted to do my best this semester and for the upcoming semesters as well. Most of my days I come in every day, but 2 days I leave relatively early and go to my afternoon class. Every day can be fairly different. Right now I'm currently on the frames, so what I do is I build the frames for our air compressors, which it sounds like it might be a little repetitive, but in the end it's not, because there are different frames that I have to build with different options that I have to keep an eye out for, different tires, different axles, different wheels, different wiring. It definitely keeps me on my toes. It's pretty fun. Sometimes it's nice to have the repetitive kind of thing going because you know what you're doing, but sometimes you really do have to be watching out for any issues or variations. Some skills that are necessary for this job is just to keep a good attitude, being able to work with others really well, critical thinking, just problem solving, being able to realize issues that you might not be easily aware of. Currently, I'm in electrical maintenance, and it helps me understand my job more. So when I was working on the light towers, I put together the alternators, and it helped me understand how that generates power with the flux in the north and south poles. Continue soaking up as much information as I can throughout Mitchell and here at work, and find somewhere that I really enjoy. We're going to be trying different jobs for the next 4 years, so I'd like to figure out where I could make a career for myself here. If you were thinking about going back to school, you should definitely go for it. The staff at Mitchell are very helpful. If you're thinking about getting into a field like this, you should definitely be interested in different mechanical things, how things work, figuring out how things are put together, I've always enjoyed that aspect throughout my life.
Jaron always does a great job explaining his experience being an apprentice. He is actually on track to graduate here in, I think, next December. So it's super exciting to see his progress and his growth from when he first started to where he is now, to be able to explain what he's doing and how well he's doing it. This is also one of our other apprentices. So you can see our apprentices become part of our marketing because they are the voices of the program. Without them, we wouldn't have a program. And so if you have any questions about the apprenticeship program, this is our email. So apprenticeshipidle@mitchellcc.edu. And you can also call us at 704-878-4263. And again, you can also find all this information on our website. And I just want to thank Tamara for letting me come today. And I hope you guys are able to learn a little bit about Apprenticeship Iredell.